Alright, hello everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Jenny and this is Creating Crafts with Jenny. And so, as you guys know, I've ordered, or I did order some paint by numbers from TEMU. And I did some videos on them, and I can put a link down below in regards to those, and they came folded. I wasn't surprised that they would come folded, and I don't mind a paint by number that is folded. I just grab a bunch of them and I iron them, and I get painting on them. But when I ordered these, I just didn't know what to expect. I really didn't. So when all these boxes arrived, I actually didn't quite know what it was that I'd received. I almost thought maybe it was a PR package, but then I got digging and it wasn't. It was something I ordered. So anyway, so I'm going to switch it on here. So I don't know if you guys have heard of paints by Leidea. It's ironic that I was out there on Facebook on some groups, and some people were talking about that they had received some paints by Leidea for Christmas, and I was like, I haven't heard of this company before, but she's got her own. I don't know if it's a she. They've got their own website and stuff like that. So I don't know. Maybe they sell on TEMU, or maybe these are like ones that they couldn't sell. I don't want to get into the politics of that, but that's what these paintings are. So anyway, I'm going to go through them, and I'm going to tell you what companies these actually came from within TEMU. So that's how we're going to do this. And then I'll tell you a little bit of stats in regards to each of the companies. So, and I tried to find one of these paintings on Paint by Leidea, and I couldn't find it. So I don't know. You know, I can't answer those questions, and I'm just not going to go there. They came shipped like this. They didn't come in a box within a box within a box sort of thing. That sort of thing. So inside the box is in this one, this first one that I'm going to show you, I will put the company's name here. It's ARTKL, and I spent $18.02 for this one. And the reason I kind of was looking at some of these was because all that 3D art and the stained glass was kind of popular, so that's what kind of drew me into buying some of these, because this was in that and I will show a really good picture of it right here. But it is the stained glass look to it. Like I said, I will put an awesome picture of it right here, the picture that is on the TEMU. It has 24 colors to it. And they sent a little picture of it here. The paints are in the nice little holders, so that's nice. They don't have they have the computerized numbers on them here. They look like they're in numerical order for me, which is nice, I think. No, they're not. Are they? No, they're not. No, they're not. So I would need to put them in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 number sort of thing. So you could do a couple different things. You could either put some numbers underneath here. You could put numbers on top of here. I don't see, unless it's inside, it is rolled up here. They sent some brushes here. So they're like they're similar to the blue brushes, but they're wood. So let me get the box out of the way here. So let's see what's in here. So again, the Sharpie is always so good for putting the regular numbers on there. Oh, this is pretty. So it's very, very colorful to start with. I believe it said this was a beginner's paint by number. So the numbers are very big, easy to paint. There's some closeness in some of the numbers, and let me get this out of the way. I will zero in on some of this area here and this area here. And it looks like some of this area that gets really, 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 really close, like right in here, where the lines come together for the wings are really, really teeny tiny. That could be an issue, but we will do our best in painting that area, and it looks like it's it looks like on the picture it's more of like the bluish colors, and we'll figure it out. So yeah, so that's what it looks like. So yeah, it has a very long number here, and this number matches. Let me make sure it matches this information here. Let me look here. At the RX. Well, that is a little concerning. That, like I've said so many times, is that I always say that this number here matches this number here, and on this one, does it match? I'm trying to see 18. I can't read it. I usually can read upside down, but it's like trying to see 18. No, the number really doesn't match. It's 24 colors. 24 colors doesn't match this information. Hopefully these colors match. Let's see if these colors are on here. Let's see. We've got 1, 1. Zero, zero. There's 1. Is that color? It looks like more like gold color. Okay, let's pick a different color. 0420. Yeah, those two colors match pretty good. Oh, look at me. I always have them call me W on 24. I got two 24s. That's good. 2 of them. That's good. 094. It's this color here that they've written on. 09. Yeah, that looks about the color. The only color that kind of looks off is kind of this gold color. 12 and 06. Okay, that's okay. And some colors over here. Anyway, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to write on here this RX thing. And then there we go. All right, now they match. Because I will put this here in a Ziploc bag, and I will put my colors elsewhere because I don't store these together. So make sure I didn't transpose the numbers or anything weird thing like that. Okay. All right. So the good thing is the picture matches pretty close, but I still, yeah, I know. It's just the way I like to organize my stuff. Okay. All right. So that is one of them. And like I said, I will put a picture of it and the name of the company. And that was, it was the ATRKL. It was considered a stained glass floral art. So there's that one. Okay, so let's look at another one. We have 4 of these to look at. So, okay, this one. Okay. All right, so this one, and again, I will put a really good picture of each one that I'm talking about. And this one, there's something about this flower and the blue and the golds that just draws me in. I just love these pictures. And I will put a picture here. And the company, and I'll put the name of the company also, is LTPX Art, A-R-T, and I spent $23.39 for it. And it came rolled up also. And again, I have the paints here and the paint holder, so I guess kind of, like I said, they didn't come box within a box. So they're kind of, I don't want to say beat up, but you can tell they've been through the mail system, right? I know. This one is pretty. Again, this number here does not match this up here, so I'm going to write on here this SZYH216, because that matches this number here, and that's the number that's going to stay with these paints. So here's the paints here. Hopefully this one kind of looks like it's kind of been beat up a little bit. Hopefully the paints are in good condition. I'm hoping, like I said, the cat is almost done. And the one from Amazon is coming along quickly. So I will get those 2 off my plate, and then I probably will grab one of the TEMU paintings, and then I'm also going to grab one of the 80 color paintings and get started on those so that you guys can see what they look like and how they perform and all that stuff. So I'm getting there. So, but I'd really like to try one of these because there's a lot of different reasons, and I want to talk to you guys about that. Yeah, I want to share that with you guys. This one looks like fun. Yeah, I like this. But we will go through these paints, and hopefully and I don't think that they would take a really long time to paint either. I mean, these areas, like I said, on when I was looking at some of the stats, and I will put some of the stats also in a box. It talks about how many followers they have on TEMU, how many products they have in their store, and that sort of thing, so you can kind of see their history, that sort of thing. But it's just not going to take very long to paint these. But then again, I look at it and I see all this sort of detail when you're having to go here. I'll show you here, like some of this here, that it doesn't look like it's going to take a long time, but you're talking about having to get do I have one here? I don't have one. One of the teeny tiny paintbrushes, and when you have to get those out, and you have to just very easily paint that tiny area. I'm looking to see if there's one laying around in here. The detail. Because if you don't do the detail, and it's funny because I was watching and I was like, I'm shocked that they put that on their website. One of the higher end was showing somebody painting on one of their paint by numbers, and they were just kind of like slopping the stuff. They weren't really staying in those detailed lines, and I'm like, there's a reason for those lines to be there. I'm not saying you can't go outside the lines, but there's a reason for those lines to be there. And if you wish to do some blending later, you can, and there is some blending opportunities, but you don't. I don't do blending in the beginning. I wait till I'm done. Like, for example, on these leaves, I would not blend when I start. I wait till the leaf is done, or at least I'm done with this section of the leaf before I blend it. I'm not going to blend it in the beginning. Does that make sense? I want to wait till I'm done with this section before, or even this section before I start any blending. And if you watch my blending, I'll put a link to some of my blending. I wait till it's dry and then I go in and blend. I just do. That's just me. Anyway, okay. So it looks like I need some Ziploc bags up here. I think I have some. Okay, let's go to the next one. I thought about doing 4 shows, but I thought I'll just do one big show right now. I think you guys are more I don't know what you guys are more interested in, me painting or unboxing. I don't know. Both. Probably both. Okay. All right. So this one's completely different. Again, I will put a picture, and the name of this company is WRAP, WRAP Canvas Studio, and I spent $14.99. And this one, I think it's so cute. And like I said, I'm looking down at the picture, but you guys would be looking at it like right. Trying to figure out where to put that point right there. It's like drinking glasses and flowers. So I just thought it was cute. So anyway, this one has 24 colors in it also. Okay. Oh, this is tiny. Oh, the needle. Oh, it's only like 12 by 16, and I don't remember. I don't remember being able to pick a size. I think I just like, oh, I like that one. I'll go with that one. Well, it's little compared to the other ones. See, it's small. Yeah, it's a small painting. It's not going to take very long at all to paint. Yeah. So I don't know. It's cute, like I said, but it's not going to take very long at all to paint. It's just not going to take very long. I'm curious. I'm curious as to go on to I think it's called Paints by Leidea, and order one of her Paint My Numbers, just to see what actually comes in her Paint My Numbers, just to see if these are like knockoffs, because I kind of think they are, but that's just me. Let's see. I'm just gonna. I don't know. Number system to use. I'm just gonna put 3040 here. Anyway, just because I'm just curious. I was on her website briefly. They're fairly pricey. They're not these prices, that's for sure. They're I wouldn't say they're way up there in prices, but they're not $14.99 prices for Paint My Numbers, that's for sure. They're a little bit more expensive than these paintings that I paid for on TEMU. So there you have it. Okay, so yeah, so all 4 of these came from TEMU. There were different companies inside of TEMU, and I didn't really think too much about it. I was just curious about different companies within TEMU. I didn't think that they would all be who they are, that sort of thing. But yeah, but we will paint on some of these and talk about them. And like I said, I may go out and order one of her Paint My Numbers just to see what I get in the mail. Just because I'm curious. And I never even heard of this company until a few days ago, and then I get all these in the mail from TEMU. I know. I never heard of them before. So yeah. So there you have it. All right, so I'm going to get off here and spend some time with the family. And what I always tell you guys, go out there, be absolutely awesome. Do your thing, and I'll see you in my next video. Talk to you soon. Bye.